Hey guys, it's Jess with Techno House Inspections. I am outside of my inspection this morning and I thought I would talk with you about drip loops and why they're important. So I'll flip the camera around. So this is the outside of the house. This is if you have an overhead service entrance. So usually older homes have these. And you can see, I'll just zoom in there, that's where the service comes from the pole overhead and then comes down into your meter, and then from there goes through the wall and into your service box. So the issue here though is we're missing what's called a real drip loop. So see how it comes off of that line there and then it doesn't, it kind of comes in sideways. So a drip loop is designed to prevent water from being able to kind of chase that line down all the way straight down into your meter and then pass that into your actual service panel. So in situations like this, what you're actually looking for is for it to come from the line and then make really kind of like a loop, like a U almost. You want to see so that if any water was chasing that across, it would drip off and before it, you know, just chase that right down into your panel. So that's what a drip loop should be. If you have an overhead service entrance, it's a good idea to look and make sure that you do have a drip loop. And then also one of the things I always note is that you want to seal up where this actually comes to the wall there. So you can see there's a bit of a gap. So again, water could come from here and just chase that straight into your panel. So we want to prevent water and electricity. So it's a good idea from time to time to just take some silicone caulking, exterior rated, and caulk where that goes through the wall. Again, if you don't have an overhead service entrance, this is really a non-issue, but if you do, something to keep in mind. All right, bye guys. And now we are inside the home at the electrical panel, and I will show you what that lack of drip loop and lack of sealant on the outside has done to the panel. So let me just get this a little brighter for us here. You can see that's the water. See right where it's coming straight down. See how it's corroding all that? And then right here at your service entrance. So and drips down. You can see it on top where it's dripped down and run down the breakers here. The breakers themselves actually don't look too terrible yet, but again, the NEC doesn't allow any liquids that's overspray from paint, anything. They recommend that any panels that have liquids in them be replaced. Again, in this case, the water could be running down behind the breakers at the bus bar. So it's going to be my strong recommendation to replace this panel. At the very least, have an electrician pop the breakers out, evaluate it, and he can make the determination as to whether or not he feels comfortable keeping it. But generally speaking, once you get water like this in a panel, you would be looking at replacing it. So make sure you have a drip loop. Make sure you're caulking and sealing around where that goes through the outside wall of your house if you have an overhead service entrance. All right, bye guys.